We were invited to come and have a look at this room when it was first under discussion for it to be developed as the sanctuary. At that time it was just a bare room with white walls, very little in the way of furniture, very clinical, very cold. I think we all nearly froze to death, and we were asked to provide some feedback on how the room could be better utilised, both with us and with external parties, so some of the religious organisations in town, also with the consumer advisory partners, again on what we thought should be in here, to keep it non-denominational and I think accessible to everybody within the community. We had feedback from the Indigenous community, from the called community, from religious organisations on what they'd like in here, and I had from ministers at funeral services was that they often come during the night to visit patients, to give last rites or to be with families, and they couldn't access any of these spaces. So them being able to now access the room 24 hours a day, with the assistance of staff is really, really positive. And just family members, I think it's said, people are trying to come in here today just while we're standing here, so it's being really well utilised and the feel of it's really nice. So it's great.
Our consumers represent our patient cohort, and it's one of those things where the executive committee is very committed to hearing the voice of our consumers in everything that we do in the health service, and this was a great project to work with our consumers on. The feel of this room was quite empty, and it was just an empty room that was not an inviting space, and now when you come into this room it actually feels like a space where if you're visiting a family member or you've got a family member in hospital and you just need some time out and some quiet space, you could actually come in here and it's quite tranquil and it's beautifully decorated, and our consumers have really put themselves at the centre of what they would like to see if they were in that situation, and I think that's what makes the space work now. So we definitely have seen an increase in the use of this room, and in the development of the room it wasn't only engaging with our consumers, it was also engaging in our local religious and spiritual based groups that we have here in Mackay to get their sense of what was needed in this room. And so by having those voices and that input, both from the community and from a consumer perspective, the room is now much more inviting, and we've actually seen an uptake and people actually using the room more frequently.
The sanctuary is a really great spot for not only our volunteers but also for patients to come when they've been given some bad news, and also the family of patients as well. It gives them a quiet space away from the main corridors of the hospital to sit and process what they've been told and what the next steps are, whether it be organising a funeral or relocation to nursing homes or things like that. It's a really important space within the hospital. Sanctuary was a bit of an unused space, and as the hospital has gone through a massive redevelopment in the last 5 to 6 years, the old chapel no longer exists, so people felt like there wasn't a space to go. They knew the sanctuary was here, but it wasn't a very welcoming space, and now there's just some really calming artwork on the walls, and it's iconic to Mackay, and I think that pulls at a lot of people's heartstrings and automatically makes them feel a lot more comfortable and relaxed, and can have those difficult conversations and process what they've been told.
I think the best way to describe it is it's just a lovely spiritual space. It's got a lovely outlook to the courtyard here. You've got natural light. It's just a nice quiet space that you can come and re-ground yourself and continue to care for your loved ones.
It's beautiful. It's the first time I've seen it. The artwork is stunning. I think it's exactly what we were looking for. It's really nice that the community is being invited to participate in these. So, these are public spaces, so I think having the community's feedback on how they should be set up instead of somebody just coming along and doing it is really important, and it's worked really well in this process.